Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. So, before we jump into talking about Stephanie Vacour and her potential WrestleMania 42 opponents, if she makes it that far with the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, now we will see. But before we jump into that conversation, let me talk about two things real quick that are kind of sad. One being, we are 1 month from John Cena officially retiring. We are 1 month away from John Cena officially retiring. Right now, as you're hearing me talk, I'm recording this on November 13th, and we know John Cena's last match is on December 13th. Will he hold the title on December 13th, the IC title? Will he defend it at Survivor Series, or will he be in War Games? And will he defend that championship on December 13th, the IC title? And will the person that beats and retires Cena then take the title, or will Cena win his very last match? I believe it will be that Cena will lose his last match. He will lose the IC title, and whoever wins and has the last match will get the IC title, a giant rub, and a major push. Could it be Dominic Mysterio? Could it be Gunther? Could it be The Miz again? Could it be someone else like Joe Hendry, potentially, according to Mark Henry? The options are sort of endless. Could it be someone like Rusev, who most people aren't considering, but I am very much considering Rusev in the mix for John Cena's last match to beat John Cena and to win the IC title? But we haven't seen the return of Gunther yet. We will potentially see it. The thought might be that Gunther and Ilya Dragunov will face in the finals at Survivor Series, and all these other sort of bigger names potentially will be involved in the War Games. I say bigger names. Gunther is one of the biggest names in the world. And so that's the one sad thing, that in 1 month, we will no longer be seeing John Cena wrestle anymore. So I'm going to talk about John Cena sort of a nauseatingly lot over the next 30 days because I'm going to miss John Cena. He's my GOAT, and he deserves his flowers. And then the next thing, of course, that's kind of sad, not kind of sad, it is very sad, is that we're remembering the one and only icon, Eddie Guerrero, who passed away 20 years ago today at age 38. Yes, it's been 20 years, but grief is hard. So my heart and my prayers and my love go to everyone who loved and knew Eddie Guerrero. I know how hard losing a loved one can be. No matter how much time has passed, it's still challenging. So we think about Eddie Guerrero. We think about the beautiful legacy he left and the love he shared with his family and all these great things that Eddie Guerrero is. Thank you, Eddie. Now we have those two sad things out of the way. Let's talk about Stephanie Vacour. And I don't think her first title run has been off to like a great start. It hasn't been off to like an unbelievable start, right? She's the women's world champion. And we just saw on Monday night that Nikki Bella turned on Stephanie Vacour, which again I think is a horrible decision because there's no reason to have Nikki Bella feuding with Stephanie Vacour. Stephanie Vacour is one of the best in-ring competitors that WWE has, right? Io Sky, Stephanie Vacour, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch. These people can, Roxanne, these people can actually go in the ring. Because I'm not going to say that all women's wrestling is great. That's just an insane comment. And not all men's wrestling is great. There are some wrestlers who are better than others, who can put on better, more believable, more entertaining, more hard-hitting matchups where the execution of the moves is crisp and sharp. And Stephanie Vacour is one of those people. Nikki Bella is not one of those people. The reason Nikki Bella is so amazing and that people love her is because she was on Total Divas. And because she was on Total Divas, she encouraged a ton of young women and women in general to want to become and like professional wrestling and like WWE. For that, she deserves a ton of flowers and a ton of credit. But inside of the ring, she is not good. And she is not special inside of the ring. Outside of it, totally special. Done so many things for WWE and for women and for elevating the game and for getting people inside of wrestling and enjoying it and all that type of stuff because of Total Divas and all this work and her podcast and everything that she has going on. Wonderful. But when you look at someone's first challenger for their very first run as World Heavyweight Champion, they need something good. Something to sink their teeth into. Something for the fans to say, oh, this was the right choice. We believe in this champion. This is our champion. I want to see her win more. What's a really strong challenger can come on and see how good she really is. This is not Nikki Bella. No one in the whole world thinks that Nikki Bella is going to win the World's Heavyweight Championship. Why? Why would they think that? She can't wrestle. Did you see the match she had with Becky Lynch? And Becky Lynch is one of the best professional wrestlers in the world today. And so Stephanie McCool is the same way. And so if this feud doesn't go well, if it's not executed well, people are going to stop loving Stephanie McCool. And that's at the fault of WWE for not giving her the right opponent. And so it looks like they're going to have a match because she turned on Stephanie, right? So now Nikki Bella's the heel, which I think also is a bad idea. It looks like they're going to have a match at Survivor Series. That is going to be her first real big challenge. First real big challenger and first real big challenge at Survivor Series. Now, you assume she's going to win and then move on to something different, something better. And so the discussion now is who will Stephanie McCool face at WrestleMania 42 if she still has the world's heavyweight, the Women's World Championship. And I think it should be Rhea Ripley. It should be Rhea Ripley from the start. I'm actually not mad about it being Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez is the future of the WWE Women's Division. She is fantastic. Her and Raquel, I'll give Raquel credit. I've been critical of her in the past. She has gotten better as a professional wrestler, and so I'll give her credit there because she's gotten better. She's worked hard, she's trained, and now she's competent in that ring. But Roxanne Perez is like 23 years old and can do it all, is entertaining, and is really, really, really good inside of that ring. And so we need to give that person credit and maybe a potential run. And I think that could have been Stephanie McCool's first feud. And that match would have been way better at Survivor Series than the potential match that's planned for Nikki Bella and Stephanie McCool. Now, I think that's going to happen. I don't know for sure. But a potential opponent for McCool at WrestleMania being Rhea Ripley or Becky Lynch is huge. I don't see her winning. I don't see her beating either of those opponents. I don't see her beating Rhea Ripley, and I don't see her beating Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 42. But having that feud in general with either of those opponents is going to elevate the World Championship and is going to elevate Stephanie McCool, and I think that's a fantastic idea. I mean, every single time Rhea Ripley comes out, she gets a massive pop. She is one of the top 3 most popular superstars in WWE. There's no reason why she shouldn't always be in the World Championship picture. Her aura is different. Her aura is the same of like the Roman Reigns aura of the men's division, right? She's not on the same level as Roman Reigns, but every time Roman Reigns comes out, the vibe shifts. Same thing with Rhea Ripley when she's involved in the women's division. Now, she's going to be in War Games, and then after War Games, maybe she wins the Royal Rumble and then goes on to face Stephanie McCool at WrestleMania 42. I think that feud would be great because both of those ladies can go in the ring. They can produce magic in the ring and execute a great wrestling match along with their personalities, their entrances, their characters, and the investment that the fans would have. I want to see that match. Stephanie McCool, Rhea Ripley, I want to see them have a long feud, a powerful, hard-hitting feud that leads us to WrestleMania 42, where Rhea Ripley becomes the world champion again and holds that title for a very long time because she is the best thing about the women's division, along with some other characters that have been great, like Stephanie McCool, like Roxanne Perez, of course, like Becky Lynch. The work that Bayley's been doing recently has been amazing, but I think that's the move for WWE. Then everyone gets elevated in the process, and then you really have the queen of the women's division, Rhea Ripley, at the top after WrestleMania 42. So those are my thoughts and opinions on Stephanie McCool, John Cena, Eddie Guerrero. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.